housing, and then I saw a girl online making money from home, and I saw what she was doing. I saw she was making a lot of money. I had no idea what network marketing was. I had no idea what MLM companies were, nothing. But I said, I want to do what you're doing. I want to make that kind of money. So I enrolled, I never even tried the product. And I pretty much was taken under her wing. And within a, can we get rid of that? It's the iPhone. Awesome. Thank you so much. So this woman took me under her wing, and I asked her a lot of questions. And within 4 months, I was able to achieve a pretty hefty rank in a company which was Double Diamond, and that was making about $8,000 monthly income. And I drastically changed my circumstances within a short amount of time. Within a year of living in low-income housing, I made too much money to be able to live there. And it just kind of went on from there. After that amount of time, about a year or so, I realized that I wasn't into pushing health and wellness products. And that's when the Forex MLM industry came into my life, and I never looked back. I just kept on going. So today I'm going to talk to you about Facebook, because that is my bread and butter. That is where I've made all of my money. 99% of the people that I have brought into this business have been off of Facebook. It has never been anybody that I know personally. It's been a cold market, and Instagram is not my thing. If Instagram is your thing, there's an awesome training on it from Oscar Lopez, and we can always hook you up with that video after. But today I'm going to talk to you about Facebook. So, social media is all about building relationships. Let's talk about the algorithm thing. So learning technology is not going to help you hack the algorithm. What helps you hack the algorithm is thoughtfulness, because building relationships is key. If you can get someone to engage with your post by them liking and commenting and sharing, they'll be able to see your future content. It's almost like a game. It's almost like a pageant. You want everybody to like you, and how can you win them over in multiple different areas of your life? And how you're going to do that is by sharing who you are, what you're about, where you've been, where you're at now, where you're going, etc. So here's my rules before posting. Before I post, I'm not allowed to look at any of my notifications. And I'm not allowed to, sorry, one sec. I've got a lot of notes here. Okay, here we go. So my rules before posting is I'm not allowed to look at any of my notifications before I'm posting. My rule is that I need to like and comment and engage on at least 10 other people's posts before I put up a post. One of the things that I always do is I always say happy birthday every single morning by personal message to people. And what happens when you personally message somebody, it opens up the conversation, it breaks the ice. They also begin to see your newsfeed again for the next 2 weeks. So by you liking, commenting, and sharing on other people's posts does not get them to see your posts. They only begin to see your posts if they like, comment, or share your posts. So you can comment all you want on other people's posts, but unless that they're engaging back, they're not going to see anything of yours. The key is to get them to like, comment, or share back. The more you love and support and share other people's content, the more that you're going to get back in abundance. That's the key. So leaving comments is the key. Don't just like the post. When you leave a comment, ask questions. That's a beautiful photo. Where did you take it? How old is your daughter? Stuff like that. The key is to get the conversation going and take that conversation into your inbox And in your inbox is where it's eventually going to come up about what you do for a living or what they do for a living. It might not happen then, but it will in the future. And I really focus on building relationships with people and having conversations with people because it will come up. So in real life, conversations go back and forth. So if somebody is commenting on your post and you're having a conversation with them, make sure that you're commenting back right away. If you're not prepared to comment back and forth, maybe hold off and wait till later. Another thing is when you're engaging on social media, the key is not to be efficient. Efficiency can actually kill the relationship, because if you go to your post and you start commenting on every single one that commented, that's not being authentic at all. People can see through that, and that's another thing to be very conscious about, talking in your inbox, then just talking to one person through a post, etc. And it also, when you reply on one of your posts and talk to people, it can stretch out the length of how long people actually see your post through social media. Have you ever seen a post pop up from like 3 years ago or 4 years ago? That's because somebody's seen that post and they've liked or they commented on it, and it's thrown it back into the algorithm. Another thing that I do if I don't even know what to post is I'll go back to an old post of mine from a few months ago that did really well, and I'll start liking and commenting on some of the comments, and it will actually push it back into social media, which is pretty huge. So posts have about a 90-minute window where you're going to get the majority of your engagement. Post at a time when your friends are on Facebook. My audience is absolutely global. It doesn't matter when I'm posting on social media. My rule is at least 3 times a day. So you don't just want anyone to engage with your posts. You want the right people to engage with your posts. One of the key things that I do daily is I constantly will delete people that are negative, leave negative comments on my posts, or anything like that. I just get rid of them. I don't engage back. I'll delete the comment and wish them well. This is my personal opinion, but I don't argue with people on Facebook. I don't need to yell out my point of view. Arguing on Facebook isn't going to solve the world's problems, and I just think it's bad energy and it looks bad. That's my personal opinion, and to never post anything negative either, because you're just going to attract negative people into that conversation. How do you get the right people? So what I do is I add people off of entrepreneur pages. Any type of entrepreneur or entrepreneurs that support cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, etc. And then trading pages as well. If you're a trader, that might be a great place for you to be able to add people. And how I add people is by any person that has, any entrepreneur that's recently posted, any people that like and comment on that post, I'll go through it and kind of pick out through the photographs who's got a really good profile, clean and clear, and somebody that looks motivated, because by adding those types of people, you're already going to have people that have the right mindset and are looking to make more money and better their life as well. They're also going to be open-minded about the industry. I would add 10 people 3 times a day, about 30 people a day. And when you're adding people, if you get a notice or notification that says, do you really know that person? Don't add that person, go to the next person. And if you keep getting those notifications, just stop adding people then and maybe go do it later. If you ignore those notifications, you're gonna go to Facebook jail and you could be there for a week. So you don't wanna do that. The worst part about Facebook jail is you don't even know you're in Facebook jail. People aren't seeing your posts, and it takes a while to get back in. So that's another big thing. How to max out your list. So You don't need to have a business profile. I actually strongly urge people not to have business profiles, because when people join you in a company, they're joining you. They want a piece of you or something that you're doing. Nobody wants to be sold to. People always have this fear about Facebook, and it only has 5,000 friends, but you can easily max out your list. So what I do is I got my list to 5,000 people, and every morning I'll delete 2 people off, and then I'll start mass adding people onto my page. And then after 2 people, when they hit accept, it says this person's list is full. You're now following that person. And that, my friends, is how you max out your list. I will trim it off from time to time, and there's a Google Chrome app. It's called Friend Remover Pro, and it helps you find all the inactive people, and you can start weeding people off. So I'll weed people off that that don't have a profile photo, or that have a photo of their cat or whatever. People that don't have their real name on their profile, anything like that. I don't accept people from the IML. No, I don't. I don't accept Forex friends from other companies because I feel they'll just try to pitch me. Do you think I should change that? Maybe other companies, I'll accept certain people. I actually rarely look at my friend requests. I don't usually add them. Anyone that's in iMarkets Live that's not a part of YOB, I don't add them unless they're top leaders, or I just follow the top leaders. And then if I do have people that are from iMarkets Live that are on my friends list, I actually unfollow them because I honestly don't have the time to be interacting with them on social media. That's what I do. I'll follow specific people that are in iMarkets Live, and I'll put them on See First, and I'll see what they post every day. I will study them. I'll look at their posts. If they have a great post, I'll save it in my notes, and I'll edit it and repost it later. Another huge thing about posting other people's content is that you could actually be hurting yourself, because by copying and pasting posts, Facebook algorithm recognize that it's a copy and pasted post, and you'll actually get less views. So it's super important, if you are using other people's posts, to edit them, make them your own, delete all the emoticons, and add emoticons to the post. I normally put emoticons towards the end of the post because it draws people's eyes down. Yeah, it's called Friend Remover Pro. It's like a Google Chrome like accessory tool or something like that. It pops up near the top of the toolbar. If you're going to start tagging people in your posts, make sure that they're relevant to what you're posting, and your post is super thoughtful about it. So it would be somebody that's in the post with you, or in the photo with you. And yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be tagging people constantly. The more engagement, the more your post will show up in the algorithm. That's why posting social media engagement posts are super important. I try to post one of them at least every other day. And that's just asking people questions and getting them to talk about it. Like, who invests in cryptocurrency, or what's your favorite crypto? How many people have $500 in their bank account? Anything like that. And I try to keep it on topic, because you're going to be target marketing people that are interested in the same things as you. So how Facebook works is 90 minutes. The first 90 minutes of a post is half of your engagement. The next 5 hours is 75%. And then after 8 hours, your post is pretty much non-existent. That's why posting 3 times a day is super important. If you want to massive recruit, profits. Profits. That's how I do it. It's profits. I used to actually enroll a lot more people than what I have lately. And the reason being is because I used to post on how easy Forex was, copy paste profits, and about the auto traders. And my personal opinion is no auto traders. That's my opinion right now. And it's all about the education, the trading, and the signals. So when I'm posting, I try to tell a story about the person and the person's profits. If you don't know the person, message them, ask them how long they've been trading, ask them how they learned, ask them how they got those profits, and be able to post about them. This is Luke, he's now retired. He's been trading for over a year and a half. Now he teaches people on IML TV. He's a master of crypto, yada, yada, yada. Tell people's story. That's the biggest thing. And being honest with people. When I used to massive recruit, five people and up a day, they would drop off within a month. And that's because of my mistakes of making it sound too easy. And it's not easy. So that's key, is being honest with people about the education and telling their story and how long it took them of learning how to trade before they started seeing the profits. When people comment on your posts about wanting more info, make sure that you tag their name back in the post, and always message them. Tell them that you sent them a message to their inbox. The reason why you want to tag them is because it furthers your reach on Facebook. So their friends will actually begin to see your post. They will see that they commented on your page and you replied, and you get a bigger reach. And then another reason why is we don't want to give people information about what we have going, because we want to bring the conversation into the inbox. So post 3 times a day. Good way to remember is every time you eat. If you want me to read a really long post, I'm not going to read it in the morning when I'm waking up. I'm going to read it later on at night. So my suggestion for all of you is to keep shorter posts for the morning. Tag them in the comments. So if I put up a profits photo and somebody was interested in wanting some more information, I would tag their name and say, sent you a personal message. Check your inbox. I'm going to try to read the questions after because it's kind of distracting me. Yeah, so I'm not going to read long posts in the morning. Most people are busy in the mornings, getting ready for the day, getting their kids to school, maybe they work, stuff like that. So I would leave the thoughtful longer posts for in the evening. In the morning, I would do short posts with big letter writing. That means just using not too many words and something inspirational. There's lots of inspirational posts that you see all over Facebook that other people have made, and the image is usually them with a car or something like that. So what I'll do, if I like the verbiage, is save that photo in my photos, and then I'll just repost it in my own words later on my profile. Longer posts, I would share about your past, your present, your future, and your why. When people decide to join you, they are joining your business because you've made an emotional connection with them. They want something that you have. They've connected with something you've struggled with in the past, or where they see you're going, they want to be a part of. I would say 9 times out of 10, when someone messages me about wanting to get started, it's because they've identified with me. They've been single, they've been struggling, they've been homeless, they want to make a lot of money, they want to travel the world, whatever it may be. It's always from something that I've posted about myself. It's okay to be vulnerable as well. There's also features on Facebook for posting that you can choose your audience. I put up certain posts, and I have my children on Facebook, so I will literally block them off of the list and off of that post when I put certain things up that might not apply to them. So that's huge. Profit photos. So I will leave a profit photo up on my timeline for only a couple hours, and I actually hide them from my timeline. Because I'm adding people all the time on my profile, the first thing they do when they go to add me is they're gonna look at my profile and they're gonna think that I'm trying to sell something to them. So I hide most of my profit photos and business sharing posts. That's just a personal opinion. You don't have to do it, but it's worked really well for me. Problem and solution posts, they work amazing, especially for Instagram, because Instagram is so visual, but Spila is the master of them. I used to go to work in the dark with no breakfast. Now I wake up whenever I like and eat waffles in bed, whatever it may be. Problem and solution posts are huge. Our newsfeed should inform and entertain people. If you're not giving people value and informing them about anything, I would be worried, and that's not what's going to draw people in. I would try to pick a couple subjects that are near and dear to your heart, you know, whatever it may be, not just all about trading. Post about the F's: freedom, fun, family, freedom, face, fashion, food, funny, Forex. Only 16% of people actually see your posts. So most people don't actually see your posts through Facebook. And a lot of people don't like your posts. Some people just scroll and scroll and scroll. So whether you think people are watching or not, they are. If you're not consistently posting, there's a good chance that your friends are not seeing your posts. So again, 3 times a day. Also, just about the time that you think that you're bothering people, that's when they start to pay attention. So when you're posting, you might think that you're boring people or you're posting the same thing over and over again. But really, the way to think about it is you're building trust with them. You're showing people that you're consistent, things are consistently happening, and you're doing this. Don't try to be on one social media. Don't try to be on every single social media platform. I would choose one that you really like and that you're comfortable with and master that one first and then add another one on. I decided to add on Instagram over 2 years now, but I hate Instagram. I barely use my Instagram, but I have it to fall back on and I've learned how to use it, but I don't particularly like it. You don't need to be on 10 different platforms for exposure. So if you're just really good on one platform, stick with it. Use the new features that Facebook gives us. Right now it would be My Day. My Day is kind of like, it's kind of like Snapchat. So when you put up a photo, you want to, you know, show people and tell a story with that photo. And any of the new features, they have those, I don't know, I'm not really fond of the quizzes, but basically any new feature that Facebook has or you see people using, you're actually gonna get more exposures for using their features, because that's why they put those features there, is for us to use them. Use emojis always. And you can use them from your desktop or your laptop. If you have Google Chrome, you can get an extension for your computer. There's one called Emoji One, and it works with Firefox as well. When posting, always post bright, crisp, clear photos, one at a time. If you don't have a good camera and you have a cell phone, what helps if you take photos from outside? That way they're super, super clear, or take photos during the day. My favorite apps to use for photos and making business posts and stuff like that are Union. Union's awesome for profit photos. You can overlay. You hear that? That's the doorbell. It's so effing annoying. I'm at my parents' house right now, and my dad is old, and he likes to know when people show up in the driveway. But the thing is, he works outside, so we listen to the doorbell. Anyhow, carry on. I like to use Union, and that's for profit photos. You can do overlays. Word Swag is awesome for putting words on posts. Pick, Tap, Go puts filters on to brighten your photos. And Wurble, you can do graphics on it. It's pretty sweet. It's called Wurble, W-E-R-B-L-E. That's another one that I use. Never share other people's posts. It leads people to their pages. Don't do that. I always study others every single day. I'll follow specific leaders on Facebook and duplicate exactly what they do. I'm self-taught. That's how I've learned. I already said, save. If you see posts that you like, I will save them in my notes and I will edit them and I'll rewrite them and I'll use them later. I always have tons of posts in my notepad ready for me to use. All right, so what happens when people message me? I always do exactly the same thing every single time. I follow a script. I'll talk to people at first. They'll usually comment on one of my posts and ask me for information, and then they'll message me in my inbox. I do not cold message people. I'm just not about that, but I spend a lot of time building relationships with people. So if you do want to start having a bigger reach with people, I suggest that you start talking to them on Facebook through the comments and trying to bring that comment into the inbox and into conversation, and then asking about what they do for a living. And then they'll ask you what you do for a living. And that's when you can say, are you familiar with the foreign exchange market or cryptocurrency? Wait for them to reply.
Why do you lie?
Then when they say yes or no, I say, I've got a quick video that explains everything from A to Z. Would you like to check it out? They'll say yes or no. If they say yes, I say, do you have time to watch it right now? If they say no, when will you have time to watch it? Okay, message me later and I'll send it to you. Then I send them the opportunity video from YOB that Spila made. When they message me back, I'll ask them, what did you like about the video? And they'll tell me what they like. So depending on what they like, if they're looking to business build, I would put them on with Spila on the phone. If they're looking to learn how to trade, I would, well, I guess Spila too, or Luke or Ray on the phone. But I can kind of gauge who I'm going to get to identify with them for a three-way call. If you're Platinum 600 or lower, that's what you should be doing, is be showing people the video and getting them on three-way calls and to get them enrolled. And I would just ask them, when would you like to get on the phone with myself and my mentor, and we can answer any questions you may have. And then I would set up a time and then use the millionaire edification formula. We can pass it around after this. Spila's posted it before. But edifying people on three-way calls is key. And your role as a Platinum 600 and lower is to master edifying people and inviting people as well. All right. The last thing I do when I'm speaking with people, about our business and what we're doing, is I always make sure that I am in a good mood. And if I'm not, I'll message them later. Always be super excited. Positivity is absolutely contagious. People can sense it, whether you're, hype or not hype. And then especially when they get you on the phone, they'll be able to tell and hear it in your voice. So why would people join us? Some of the key points that I always bring up when speaking with people is that you can join our company as a customer and not have to recruit anyone. You can literally learn how to make money with your money. Why would they join our team? Well, we have the best traders and the best network marketers. They can help others. Forex is a skill for life. We have a lucrative compensation plan. Our leadership is absolutely amazing. We have a strong team, amazing supportive community to learn how to trade in. The vision is absolutely incredible. We have a duplicatable system. We have value. We have crypto education, Forex education, binary options, market exchange, software, signals, education, like tons of value. And they're constantly upgrading the value and not charging people. That's huge. Our signals are 80% accurate. We just had our first 300 pip day today, which is huge. I think the last 4 weeks, we've done over 1,000 pips. There's no product pushing. This business is organic. People want to have freedom and they want to earn money. We have spillover. We have no end of the month quotas to make. Our volume doesn't reset. You can be your own boss. We're a debt-free company. And we are a global company. Anyone in the world can join our company. If they can trade Forex, they can be a part of our company, which is absolutely huge. That's pretty much it. I don't know if there's any more questions here. Did I miss anything, Luke?
No, I think you covered most of it. I got 2 questions that could probably help out some people. How do you, or first we'll do the simpler one. What are your daily goals for following up, messaging people, adding, all that? Calls?
Okay. Well, whenever I wake up in the morning, I will message people back right away and I'll say happy birthday before, and like and comment and engage before I post. I always add at least 10 people 3 times a day. My rule with follow-up is 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. That's what I do. You know, if you're new to this industry, you might want to do 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, or something maybe a little more close together. But I do 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. And how I do it, when I first got started, I would write the name of every single person that I spoke to down on a list. And then after we spoke and I send them the video, if they don't reply back to me in 2 days, I'll message them back and they'll be like, hey, how's it going? What did you like about the video? I don't play games. I'm super red. I can just see through it. I don't really do the fluff and stuff. That might not be your personality, but that's what I do. And then I just archive the message. I never delete messages. I always archive so I can, as soon as the person messages me back, I can see the history. And then another reason that I archive messages is so I don't sit there and wonder why people didn't message me back. When I was new to network marketing, I was so nervous about messaging people, and now I don't even remember who I talked to, honestly. My goal are always to talk to as many people as I possibly can and to build as many new relationships as I can. The more people that you talk to, the more people you're going to enroll.
Does anybody have any questions? If you can drop them in the chat box and whatnot, or take yourself off mute, please.
I have messages every 30 seconds in my inbox. I have no shortage of people talking to me, that's for sure. But it took me, you know, a good 2 to 3 years to be at the point where I'm at. To have a steady flow of people constantly coming in and messaging me. I've been sick with the flu. I've been throwing up till about 2 hours ago, and I never let business stop me. That's my thing. I've been sick. I've had 3 surgeries over the past year, and nobody on this Zoom would even know that because I never stop. I'm consistent. Yes, I have the millionaire edification list. We can distribute it after this meeting. We'll post it on YOB.
Hey, Samantha, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you how do you get people to get over the monthly cost? Like, how do you explain that to them when they complain about the fee? Because I just had a girl not want to join today actually because she had to pay.
Oh, okay. Well, I explain it like it's going to school. It's going to college. You go, you pay for your course, and it's up to you to do the education and learn. And after you've learned is when you start getting paid for your profession. That's how I put it out. And then if they are concerned about the costs, we're a network marketing company as well. There's many people in this company that can teach people how to get their TUIN free and wipe those numbers off. And if they're willing to learn how to find a couple of people to enroll to get their membership fee waived, then let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Luke, what would you say? You always have Luke. Always, he is the guy for this. He can kill anybody's objections.
Yeah, I just come from a very, very sales background, so like I'm very good at analogies and so forth. So like to answer your question, I mean Sam kind of touched on it. You're paying for a service, so why would it be free? You know what I'm saying? You're paying for a product that generates more income. So in a sense, it's like, well, why would you be getting that for free, right? So you put in money into, your membership, you pay to go to college. So I like to use the college, analogy of you go to college to be a doctor, you don't just hop in and perform surgery, right? You pay to go to college, you pay to learn, and you don't make any money. With this, you pay to learn and you're actually making money with the products. I do takeaway closes all the time. Sam, you're right. This isn't for you. You don't really have the mindset. No, I do have the mindset. Oh, okay, cool. Let's chat. So I do takeaway closes a lot. I would kind of detour away from that. Like Sam was talking about, have your 1,000 or above doing that. For my personal team, always have that upper person, until you get, pretty sound and everything. But always leverage someone else if you have to.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Samantha. This is Paul. I actually found you on Instagram a while ago, and I'm just curious why you don't like Instagram.
It's a cold market.
Okay.
It's a really cold market, and that's pretty much it. I just find the way the strategy that I told you basically for Facebook, how I build relationships with people and get to know people. That's how I enroll people. If anything, if I see a person that is gaining interest through Instagram, I'll invite them to my Facebook and get them added on there, and then I'll end up enrolling them. But I've just found 99% of the people I enroll, it's off Facebook.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Time for one more question.
Can you touch on maybe your view on a little bit of not branding, but more of like if I go to your page, your cover photo, your feature photos, and all that, like why, like if you look at, say, your page and someone that's in the company for 30, 60 days, well, they're obviously going to join you because of your branding and how you perceive yourself. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would make sure that you have a headshot of yourself on your profile. If you don't have a headshot, go take a photo of yourself with a clean background, with a white wall behind you. It's super easy. That's the best way I would do it, is with a plain wall behind you to get a headshot and have a really clean, crisp, clear photo in the background. And make sure that you check that photo, especially if there's writing on it, because you want to make sure that it lines up perfectly on a cell phone and on a computer, because the view is different between the two of them. Edit the information on your profile and add on your Instagram, Snapchat, and all those handles. If you have it, there's a spot for those. And if you're new, I would make sure that you have the same name on everything. So like my Snapchat is the Samantha Webb. My Instagram is the Samantha Webb. Make sure that everything is the same. Another thing is you can choose to have featured photos. Make sure that your featured photos reflect what is in your bio. So my bio says supermom, entrepreneur, something like that. And I've got like pictures of me on vacation. I've got pictures of my kids showing freedom. The featured photos reflect that. And then the last thing is when people tag you, those photos show up on your profile. So you might want to go look and see who's tagged you recently in those photos and untag yourself. And you can always go back and tag yourself in your own photos on your own profile, and they're going to reflect on your Facebook profile. So that's another thing to look at as well.
I had one last question, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with the new influx of cryptocurrencies and Facebook's new, I guess, rules on it, what's your approach with cryptos and IML in regards to Facebook?
Well, I believe that I didn't read right through it, but I thought that was more focused on placing ads on Facebook for cryptocurrencies. Less information is more. We don't even need to post the word cryptocurrency. Yeah, it was ads. But I mean, who doesn't want to learn how to make more money with their money? Who doesn't want time freedom? Who doesn't want to be able to work from their phone, work from anywhere? Sometimes less information is better.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
I think Aaron had a question, one right above my comment.
Oh, your first month was insane. What was the key to that? What would you say brought you to the next level? Well, my first month wasn't my first month. My first month was my first month in this company. My first month was 4 years ago when I first got started, and I didn't enroll a single person my first month in the health and wellness industry. I enrolled my mom, and I enrolled my daughter, and then the person who enrolled me enrolled 2 people to get me to my quota in that. So it took me about 3 months for me to start learning how to recruit on social media. But I've been a top recruiter since then. I've probably brought in almost 400 people at least 400 people in the last year and a half. I know that for a fact. So it's crazy.
I want to touch on just one thing real quick. One thing I've noticed is, like Sam said, people join people. So when you talk to people, be so energetic. Like it's crazy. Like I sound like a goofball when I talk to people because I'm so excited. I'm so energetic. They're just like, whoa, like what this Forex thing, bro? Like you're talking through the roof. Because I'm like, hey Sam, man, I'm on my way to a meeting. I just got done with a training. No, what do you do for a living? Oh man, I trade Forex. It's totally changed my life. Been able to quit my job, travel the world, impact hundreds of people. Have you ever heard of Forex? No, I haven't. You haven't heard of Forex? Oh my God! You know, are you living under a rock? You know, what do you do for a living? You know, that kind of goes into, you know, oh, I hate my job. Okay, here's a video. But just that first, I read a book. Your first impression can be a lasting impression. So have that energy, and that's one thing. You know, how Sam, Spila, Eric, Ray, why we're so good at recruiting. It's just our energy we bring to the table, our energy when we talk to people, because like she said, it's contagious, right? They're like, oh my God, they're this excited about Forex. Let me know some information, right? So
true. And people always think that I was full of it through our conversation in Messenger, and like, oh my goodness, I thought you were faking it, but you're really this happy. I'm like, yeah, I am. So, and I always did three-way calls for the first at least 3 months that I was in this industry and even in this company. So I didn't talk to people on my own. So don't rush it. Utilize your upline, and other people in this company. We're always happy to get on a call and help you out and edify you. Don't start doing your own calls until you're ready.
It sounds like, Luke, when you get on your calls that you're sponsoring yourself with your energy.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, unless I'm talking to a 10K plus earner, a different company, I do my own calls. That's just me. I don't know, good at what I do.
My own calls too, but
until you get that closer mentality, you know, stick to, you know, utilize your upline. Like she said, unless you're a 1,000, even some 1,000s, leverage someone else. Because it's just good because they're like, oh, well, who's Luke? Okay, cool. He's got some good content, blah, blah, blah. But hearing that third party is so crucial. But to kind of answer your question, I do 99% of my own calls. And I don't do the chit chat back and forth. That's one thing that really changed the game. I learned from Sam, you know, a few months ago, 6-9 months ago. I don't do the chit chat back and forth. You know, how much to get started? What's your success? Right? I would love to explain what's your phone number. Right? I'm getting you on a call. I'm not doing the chit chat back and forth, because what that does, it lasts a week. It lasts 2 or 3 days, where this conversation could have got you on the call, closed, boom, plugged into the system in a matter of a few minutes. I don't want to draw that out forever. When you're building a relationship, maybe, but once they start asking questions,
just little bits, not your new best friend. Just little bits.
Build a relationship, just
Awesome. I think we're good.
Anyone got any last questions? Cool. All right, guys. I did record this.
One last thing. Disclosures. If you are posting profit photos, put on the disclosures. It protects you and it protects the company. Please don't forget. Put it on the bottom of your post. If you see somebody who forgot the disclosure, post it in the comments, please and thank you. Okay, that's all.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your guys' time. Sam, once again, you know, marketing genius, guru. You know, so everybody, you know, and once I recorded this as well, so shoot me a message. I'll probably, you know, give it to Deja or Spieler or whatever and put it in the group. But appreciate you guys hopping on here, and Sam, once again, for your time, your nuggets, and your wisdom. So
thanks, guys.
See y'all.